anyone else who would quit. And you're not gonna stop there. Dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Hey, it's Rodimus. I guess the main thing I want to try and think of is where I want to go next in the NRS scene, because the NRS scene right now is among the more productive routes I would want to take in terms of continuing my aspirations towards getting more top 8s, getting seen, maybe even potentially winning a tournament at some point down the line. I'm trying to think, because I'm really lost on what I want to do. What's the right way that I want to go about this, right? Because a lot of the routes that I would want to take on the NRS scene have been kind of poisoned so far in the Mortal Kombat realm, based off of past relationships and past bridges that are, for lack of a better term, now burned. Outside of what I have between applying my roots with Queen Shantz or Black Jesus and HDDG and Shira Ryu Gaming, Shira Ryu and Jeezy. Like, as much as I want to bank on Injustice, I can't keep banking on Injustice too, because outside my tournaments, there aren't any tournaments for the game anymore, and I can only mentally take but so much, even continuing to deal with my own and deal with the further Injustice players that could come in or may come in down the line, both decent or terrible, kind of bad, decent, I guess, and then the 1 or 2 time honored ones that still may come through like a revolving door through Revival chat or my Discord in Tax City or Black Jesus's. And then with Mortal Kombat as a TO, I've already overstayed my welcome as a TO before I could even amount to anything as a player in the NRS scene. And it comes from just catering to too many fools, cheaters, snakes, and two-faced bitches. And it's a lot of time that I can't get back as a TO that I could further attempt to apply, even if it's lost time. I can apply it as a competitor. I don't know what it is I've seen so far. It's the most toxic of the routes, because nothing out of the past couple of years trying to do more with the NRS scene, I've had so little come out of it. If it wasn't for Injustice, I've had so little that actually prosperously has come out of doing anything with the NRS scene. Like, Mortal Kombat X was just a trash launch into it because of regional locking for online. As good as the game may be offline is the shittiest MK I've ever played. Like, I don't care what the experience is. Like, the fact that it limits so much or it glitches out between the regular version and the XL version, I can't deal with that shit. I didn't even bother to go further with it because it's a further waste of time. And then I can't do anything else with MK11. MK11 is just dead. People still support the game, but they don't want to do nothing. Nobody wants to do shit on that game. Everybody wants to sit there and talk shit, but not do shit. And I'm getting tired of dealing with the shitty people, because that's all I ever get stuck with. The only reason why the game did so well is because past important people that matter, money is the only reason why anybody gave a fuck to actually play the game, barring the the posers that do compete from time to time, but then don't actually want to compete unless somebody else goes first ahead of them. That gives them the inspiration or the mindset, okay, I actually do want to play now. Maybe I actually do want to play. When you could just do this on your own, but you don't want to do it on your own. You have to go because somebody else goes, like some follow the leader type of shit. Like I in some regard here, I actually envy King Beerus and Chance, because after the game's death, you can still prosperously host events for MK11 and keep them aloft. And like Beerus, who came into this like last second and was able to get like 3 pending 4 prosperous Mortal Kombat Iacons under his belt before transitioning to MK1. Otherwise, he'd likely be in the same boat that I was before I discontinued even doing Iacombat. And just dealing with excess shitty people. I want to believe that MK1, let me see here to recap. Injustice is where I'm probably stuck at for right now until I can think of something someplace better. MKX, not doing it. MK11, I think I really am done with MK11. I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up with Fujin and just be happy that I was able to get what success I could get for the tournaments that mattered and the experience that I wanted to expose myself to, that I was wholeheartedly happy to gamble and enjoy my time on, and see that the efforts of grinding the game nonstop for the NRS community did come to pass how I wanted, and I could actually really be satisfied with that. With MK1, I want to really believe that I could start fresh with MK1, but I also have to be smart enough to realize that it's the stupidest idea to bank on in thinking that going to MK1 from Injustice and MK11 is going to do anything consistently prosperous for my platform, for the Iacon battle circuit. It could probably help me, but it's not going to help my platform or my events. Not in the way that I'm thinking. As consistent as it could be, and it probably would be, in order to actually go ahead and revive Iacombat, it's still going to struggle. I'm still going to have a struggle bus, regardless of who I know and what I know. I'm still going to have the same fucking issues. Money is going to be an even bigger issue, even on PlayStation 5 standards. I still got to deal with the ignorant people. The only ones that I have guaranteed that I know will come to my events is probably going to be Ryder, Hourglass of Rain, maybe Tired Mage, a couple of the old DBFZ homies. If they're playing MK1, they can come through and honestly enjoy themselves on MK Iacon and see where that goes, and just leave it at that. And I could be content with that to a fair degree. I just have to know in the back of my mind that it's not gonna get much bigger than that without either more help or more exposure. And it feels so fucking one-sided. Like I have no hope. I have no positive hope that consistently trying to host Iacon on MK1 will do anything for me. I have a slight bit of expectation and a slight bit of hope that competing on MK1 could be prosperous for me. I just have to figure out how I can give it a fair shake, find out what works for me. For the little bits of time I was working with Blue Jay and her husband through the share play, it looks like I could probably do okay with Ashra. So I probably might go ahead and go a little bit further with her and see what it is I can do. Maybe. Like competing wise, I see MK1 probably helping me out. Hosting wise, it's just going to be another mental nail in my own coffin. Because the MK universe has already pissed me off to where I really could care less about anything or anybody that's native to Mortal Kombat. I couldn't give a fuck less about any of them. I only just care about my friends and the people I know before I even went to that part of the community. And even then, like outside them, I'm just very distant towards a lot of people because I just don't want to deal with the same repetitious bullshit. I'm getting too old to be trying to give a fuck about people that only care about the money when I'm trying to give you so much more to worry about than just what's in your pocket, or more to be thankful for than what's in your pocket or in your bank account. And it's just like, that's why I really distance myself from wanting to be too involved in the NRS scene compared, but before anything of the now, because now I'm in knee deep with the NRS scene and helping out a lot of other TOs and my friends with their groups and stuff in order to make sure that they have proper management, because they have nobody that they can rely on. That's why they ask me, because they know I am a reliable source. I've done this rodeo. I can help them out. Done. I just wish I could ask. I ask the same thing of them sometimes, but it's just that the schedules always clash. It is what it is. Hosting events. I'm at a crossroads still. Even though I think, okay, I could probably settle on MK1, going to MK1 next. I guess I'll just sit tight with Injustice 2 for now, and then see where that goes, and just go with what works for me and what I'm most familiar with who I know and who I love and who I can trust, especially who I can trust still wanting to do this in the NRS scene, because that list dwindles all the time. Every time I do something, there's less and less people that I choose to trust because there's less people that are actually trustworthy. Because my time and my sanity is really valuable, and the NRS scene takes a lot out of it, both as a competitor and a TO. And so being in a position where I have to structurally choose, it weighs a lot on my mind. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and just share this with you as best as I could while I was in the mood and in the mindset. Now that the videos from my MK11 run and the Injustice run are all out, so you have an idea mentally where my mind is at while I'm just sitting here doing my stuff on Star Ocean and Kingdom Hearts. And like, what does Rodimus Prime really want to go into next? What do I want to try and really delve into? Because I need to keep getting these placements. I got to keep striving. We have to keep trying to achieve greatness, so that way people can try to put some type of respect on my name. But I'm still lost, and I'm still playing my RPGs right now in order to find myself constructively for this next direction, because it's very important. If you guys have any suggestions or comments down below, leave them down below, and maybe it can help give me an idea on what it is I can do. And thank you for taking the time to listen. I appreciate it. All you guys out there in my following, I appreciate you all. Thank you for supporting me for this long, especially those OGs out there that know me before I even became an FGC fighter. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thanks.